Welcome and thank you for joining the latest edition of Jag Sports Zone inside Kavanaugh Hall here at IUPUI. I am your host, DeeDee Gaddie, and together with the Sports Zone crew, we are here to deliver all things Jag Sports, including highlights, interviews, and the up-and-coming schedule. We had a busy week, so let's get right into the first highlights of the day. This past Saturday, women's volleyball played against Wright State at the Jungle. In the first set, the Jags were leading 21-17. However, the lead would slip away, giving Wright State a win in the first set, 25-22. Wright State won the second set, 25-15. Wright State would eventually win the final set with Lainey Stevenson serving an ace and winning the third set, 25-11. Our very own Avi Sharkar caught up with the Jags head coach after the match.
This is Avi Sharkar reporting from the Jungle, where the IUPUI ladies volleyball team has lost 3-0 to Wright State. Here with head coach Lindsay Froelich. Coach, thoughts about today's match?
Yeah, I thought we battled really well in the first game. We had control of it for the most part. It was really good to see our servers perform and our defense perform. I think we just lost a little bit of momentum towards the end there, but I know that the girls are going to come back even stronger from this.
Tough loss against Northern Kentucky yesterday, a tough loss today. Have you seen any positives out of the last 24 hours?
Absolutely. Northern Kentucky was an amazing battle. I mean, it could have been anyone's game all three of those sets. It was super close. We played very aggressive defense. We took some really good swings and found some really good plays within our offense and defense. So it was really exciting to see them compete so well. So we're hoping we can take that, learn from it, and grow into next week.
Talking about next week, you guys are up against Oakland. Talk about that and preparing after this loss.
Yeah. I mean, Oakland's going to be a tough opponent on the road. I think we were going to match up pretty well with them. We have Cleveland State after that, a gym that's a similar size to ours. I'm honestly just excited to get back out there and keep competing.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Good luck with the rest of the way.
The Jags volleyball team hosted Northern Kentucky at the Jungle. The Jags would fall 3-0 in the match. The sets were close, being decided by 4 points in the first match and 3 points in the second and final matches. Your men's and women's swim team hosted UIndy in the home openers for both teams. Unfortunately, both would fall to the Greyhounds. The women's team fell 180-119, leading the Lady Jags would be Emily Zelo taking first in all the distant events. Sadie Smith would collect 2 wins in the diving events. The men would fall 192-107. Logan Kelly and Sebastian Otero would collect 2 wins for the Jags as well. Kelly in the pool and Otero in diving. The women look to bounce back against Butler on Thursday and the men against Miami on October 20th. Men's soccer played last Saturday against Butler, suffering a 4-1 loss to the Bulldogs. The Jags had a strong start in the first half, tied 1-1 at half, but struggled to hold off the Bulldogs' offense. Losing 3 more goals in the second half, it was a good effort for the Jags, but unfortunately, they just couldn't pull out the win. This past Sunday, the Lady Jags soccer team claimed a much-needed win over Detroit Mercy at Carroll Stadium. They started off the game strong, gaining their first goal by number 4 Carly Warner in the first 4 minutes. The Jags celebrate as they gain momentum after the goal. Here we have some celebration. The defense held strong, allowing just 2 shots on goal, which were both stopped by goalie Kaylin Junk. Emma Antoine blew past the defender and accelerated towards the goal. Her shot was blocked by the goalie, but with a second effort by Cassidy Rodriguez, it found the back of the net. The Lady Jags were pumped to take a 2-0 lead. Finally, Sarah Henson connected with Maya Lacanato to score a goal from deep to finish off Detroit Mercy. The Jags complete the shutout and win 3-0. Do not go anywhere. After this commercial break, myself and my colleague, Matthew Cassidy, have exclusive interviews with some of the Jaguar men's basketball players and their staff from their media day. Stay with us and we'll be right back.
People always tell you what not to do. Don't get your clothes dirty. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't cross the line. Don't make faces. Find out what you can do. IUPUI, fulfilling the promise.
Welcome back to Kavanaugh Hall inside the Jag Sports Zone studio. I'm your host, Emmett Eaton. Approaching the start of the basketball season, our own DeeDee Gaddie and Matthew Cassidy caught up with the IUPUI men's basketball team to find out what they are expecting this season.
Coach Antoine, nice to meet you. This year is a brand new year. I think everyone's pretty much excited. What have you seen from these young guys so far that has given you hope for this year?
Obviously, we got a lot of new guys. There's been a lot of teaching, a lot of breakdowns, things like that. We still have a long way to go, but we're very encouraged by the effort and the energy and just the eagerness to learn and want to be a part of something special here at IUPUI.
What brought you here to IUPUI? What made you want to come here?
There's nothing like Indiana basketball. We all know that. But one of the main reasons why I'm here is the head coach, Matt Crenshaw. We've known each other over 15 years. I was here actually in 2015, and we've always shared a vision of actually bringing this program back to the promised lands when he was actually here as a player, hitting the shot to go to the tournament. So just getting back to those glory days, getting back to IUPUI, being in the state of Indiana, being looked at the same as Butler, being looked at the same as IU and Purdue and things like that. That's our vision, especially being here in Indiana.
Well, it was great meeting you, and good luck this season.
Hi, my name is DeeDee Gaddie. I'm with Jag Sports Zone, and here we have Jonah with us. So last season was kind of tough. What are you guys doing different this season to make sure that you guys are head of the game?
Yeah, for sure. I think our approach, one, is like our number one thing. Two, we do have a brand new team, mostly. So going forward, our approach changes with the new team and our culture. Our mindset every day we come into practice, we treat it like it's a game. We treat practices, study rooms, everything. Just create that culture that, we want to win every day.
What keeps you focused during a game?
My why, my family, my teammates wanting to win. I feel like that's the only thing I play basketball for, is to have a good time and to win games. So.
Okay, I have another question. How have past teams made you a better player?
I think I've taken something from every team I've been on, whether it be leadership, whether it be understanding your teammates, whether it be my coaches teaching me different things, just trying to take something from every spot that you've been at along the journey of basketball.
Okay, one last final question. Do you have any hobbies or other interests outside of playing basketball?
I like to play music, play saxophone. I like to play video games, play on PC.
Thank you so much for taking the time out to interview with us today. This is DeeDee Gaddie reporting from Jag Sports Zone.
What are some things you guys worked on in practice of changing and turning around that record?
The big theme right now is just accountability, just like being accountable for yourself and making sure you're holding your teammates accountable and creating that high standard of, high level winning basketball to succeed.
And what do you guys think of playing Iowa State in the first game of the year?
We have a group of guys, we're never going to back down from a challenge. So, really looking forward to going into their house and, playing our hardest, doing our best. We expect to come out with the win.
This is Matthew Cassidy with Jag Sports Zone.
Okay, you guys are obviously twins. Are there twin factors that come into play? Does it throw people off?
No, because we don't really look that much alike, so everybody notices apart. Our number's different, so.
Okay. One last final question to wrap up. Do you guys have any hobbies or interests outside of playing basketball?
I like to cook.
Okay. Okay, what's your favorite thing to cook?
Everything. I'm a chef.
And what about you?
I'll be chilling.
You just be chilling. Okay. I'm DeeDee Gaddie. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to interview with us. This is Jag Sports Zone reporting.
We're going to take another 60-second break. You don't want to miss Kristin Kemp as she delivers the up-and-coming game information later this week. We'll be right back after this message from the Horizon League.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
Welcome back to Jag Sports Zone. I'm your host, Kristin Kemp. Let's go right to the upcoming schedule of events. Men's soccer is at home tonight, taking on Northern Kentucky. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Men's tennis will be on the road in Toledo Invitational and the ITA Regionals. Our Lady Jag Soccer will be on the road in Green Bay tomorrow. Play begins at 5 p.m. Both men's and women's cross country will be off to the races beginning Friday at 1:30 for the Bradley Pink Classic in Peoria, Illinois. This Friday, the Lady Jag swim team will host a dual meet against the Butler Bulldogs at 4 p.m. in the Natatorium. Also on Friday, women's volleyball will take on Oakland up in Rochester, Michigan. The match will begin at 6 p.m. On Saturday, men's soccer will hit the pitch at home against Green Bay. The match will begin at 2 p.m. Women's volleyball heads to Ohio to take on the Vikings of Cleveland State Saturday at 4 p.m. The game will also be available on ESPN+. Women's soccer will compete against Robert Morris at home Sunday at 1 p.m. It will be available on ESPN+. As always, it is a pleasure delivering Jag Sports from Cavanaugh Hall. We hope you enjoyed our featured Game of the Week and exclusive interviews. Have an amazing fall break. We will see you on October 26th for our next broadcast. For DeeDee Gaddie, Emmett Eaton, and the entire Jag Sports Zone crew, this is Kristin Kemp signing off. Thank you for watching, and remember, go Jags!
You